Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. I guess friends ain't be dropping gems. Always keep it genuine. Knowledge, power, and some funny. Every week, every Monday. Pure, real, and honest. Tap in, leave a comment. You're tuning in to Mattie Mondays. Hello, Mattie Mondays members. We have made it back around another 7 days for another episode of Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. Tonight, we are going to have a conversation around just motivation. And then, of course, we're going to sprinkle in some MattieBMusic. I'm actually going to throw it back to some older records that maybe you've heard, maybe you have not. So I'm excited about that. The old R&B bag, Mattie B. So that's exciting. But I really want to be intentional about the moment in time that we are in as a community and world community, and just speak to some motivation, share some questions to spark some thought, and to just bring us present in the moment, and intentional about the moments that are to come. But before we get into it and we dive in, I'm going to hop over into the comments to see who has made their way into the room. I hope you guys are having a great start to your day. And make sure you take a moment to like the video. And once we complete, leave a comment under the actual posted recording. All right, so we got Mama Mattie in the building saying, hi, family. Hey, Ma. Thank you for being here. We got musician Tailor's in the building saying, greetings, Mattie Mondays members. What's up? Shout out to musician Tailor's. We got Grinding Entertainment Studios in the building. We got Twin in the building saying, hey, family, with a lot of love and some praise in there. Yes, Auntie, it is cold out there and a little nippy around here. Auntie says, hi, fam. It's cold outside. Absolutely. I witnessed a couple snow flurries earlier on me and Nook's walk. So it was cold. It took all of me to get my butt out there and to give him a proper walk. What's up, Jaree? We got Jaree in the building. How are you, my friend? Yes, got to see you soon. It's been way too long. Unnaturally too long since I seen you, so we definitely gotta fill that gap. All right, so I see the eyes in the building. If you are here, do not be shy. If this is your first time joining us, this is Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. And truly what we have built here over the past 2.5 years is a space where I can connect with y'all, my family, my friends, and my loved ones, and my community. We can do brain shares, motivation, conversations, information, and of course, music. So once again, this is where we do music in different ways. And we connect. And tonight we are going to connect in a conversation surrounding just motivation, checking in with everyone. Once again, acknowledging the realities of the world that are affecting us all. And to make sure that we are okay, truly. Chevy, what's up? Chev's in the building saying, greetings, Mattie Mondays members. Raise your cup of Russian tea. I heard that. Yes, I'm definitely going to go get a refill and my nightcap cup of tea after this live broadcast. All right. So before we get into tonight's conversation, I have thanks to Mama Mattie, shout out to Mama Mattie for this printout of birthdays. So let's get into the birthdays. Now I'm super prepared. I got it right in front of me. So from Mattie Mondays, and definitely shout out anyone that I miss on this happy birthday moment break. So shout out to Ashley, the homie Ashley Samuels, the catalyst and reason that we are here on this platform, StreamYard. Created the Mattie Mondays logo, the homie, one of my great friends, Ashley Samuels. Happy belated birthday to my Uncle Craig Ingram, my family, Dee Dee Fresh, Dolores Johnson, my great aunt Susan. Happy birthday to you, my cousin Tracy, my great uncle David Ingram, Willie David Ingram, my little cousin, my younger cousin, Joshua Bethay, my cousin Kim. has a birthday coming up. Rico, my Uncle Milton, my Uncle Chris, my great Uncle Chris, and then my heavenly belated, the matriarch, the rock of the foundation of my family that my family was built on. Jackie Dolores Bethay Ingram, my granny, my auntie Trina, her birthday's coming, and my papa, Hiawatha Bethay Sr., his birthday is coming as well. Also, happy Veterans Day, which is on tomorrow. Make sure you guys take time tomorrow to check out Tailor Talks Podcast Veterans Day episode. It is right here on the screen. Tailor Talks Podcast. You can find them on IG, but most importantly on YouTube to go catch the episode. Go catch my episode from last week. Shout out to Twin and Chevy for a great conversation and a good time. So that link is in the bio here. That'll take you to my conversation with Twin and Chevy on Tailor Talks Podcast. And you will see the coming episodes and the previous episodes. So make sure you take a moment to do that sometime this week. And yes, let me breathe for a moment. We got Jay Shine in the building. Thank you, Jay Shine, for popping in. Happy Mattie Mondays to you. Mama Mattie, Chevy, Twin, sending, seconding all of those birthday shout outs. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Anybody I missed, happy birthday to you. I know a lot of my social media friends or friends that I follow got a lot of reminders on social media and DMs. And also just love and light to our friends and family that are dealing with loss, recent and past, that I know those remnants do not go away. So love to our family and friends that are dealing with family and friends that have transitioned. All right, so into tonight. Truly, my intention tonight, once again, is to check in with our community, to have a conversation on where everyone is in the moment, an honest conversation, and we know it's honest and comfortable as you are with sharing. And I'm just gonna start the conversation through a couple of questions, and we're gonna sprinkle in a couple of records throughout this evening. All right, so let's get right to it. All right, question number one. When life feels overwhelming, what helps you come back to the present moment instead of spiraling into what ifs or what's next? So once again, when life feels overwhelming, what helps you come back to the present moment instead of spiraling into what ifs or what's next? So I'm gonna give a moment for that to breathe, and then I will share my answer. And then we're gonna get into one of my favorites. Not super throwback, but a throwback for sure. Just to weave into each question. So once again, when life feels overwhelming, what helps you come back to the present moment instead of spiraling into what ifs or what's next? As you take that in, as you take a moment to answer, if you are in a position to text, my response to this question that I'm posing to you is I take time and I make sure that I'm talking to friends or loved ones about what it is that I'm feeling, especially in moments of being overwhelmed. When I garner up the courage to do so, and I try to slow down and just kind of strategize logically to not allow my emotions to take over, and just take a look at what is real, what's happening, and not get too far ahead in my thoughts to where it creates anxiety, dealing with negative what ifs. So again, it's talking to family and friends about those feelings, and then coming up with a plan to attack whatever it is that I'm dealing with in the moment. All right, so I'm gonna post this question back up on the screen, and then we're gonna get into our first vibration of the evening. And per your comfort, let me know what you're thinking, and if this is something that you just need to take away. Once again, the goal is just to spark some thought and to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves in this moment, and thinking of ways that we do deal with trial and tribulation, so that we are using those resources and taking action in real time. Chev shares, for him, it looks like saying a prayer, taking a nap, then waking up and kicking ass on what he has to deal with. So you say a prayer, take a nap, then wake up and kick the ass of what you got to deal with. Heard that. And I think that is a great thing, especially the prayer, which for me calms the mind, and then the nap 100% calms the mind and the body, and allows you to turn off literally for a moment. So I think that's a great share and way to attack life back, really. Dree says, she seconds that. She says yes to what you shared. Thank you for that, Chev. All right. So as the record plays, I'm gonna leave this question up here, and we'll get into a vibration. But I'm gonna make sure that I get our responses up as they come in prior to. Untan shares, she plugs into some praise and worship. Excellent. Or she finds a Mattie Monday inspirational video. Awesome. I appreciate that. And absolutely, even this morning, but it was for me praise and worship music, or videos that I find on YouTube. So thank you for sharing that, Untan, and making me blush at the same time. All right, so I'm gonna get into this first jam. This is one from Sweet and Sour that we weren't able to get into the previous R&B vibes, but this is Freeze, just to get us up and moving. And then the next two records that I'll share as we get through the episode tonight on Motivation and MattieBMusic are super throwbacks to a mixtape that I put out years ago. If you know, you know. It was called Love Stories, Just Because, and it was literally something that I put out so that people could know that I was doing what I was doing. As a songwriter, I wasn't doing much releasing at all. So the mixtape I named Just Because, and it was literally a tool to just let people know that I was there. But this first record is from Sweet and Sour, one of my favorites, Freeze. Get up and move your body if you are in a position to do so. And we'll be right back after this vibe break. Let's get it.
On the other side, don't deny me. Take a look in my eye. Cause I despise thieves and murderers, but I still all the time for you. I kill my conscience calling out, reminding me I don't belong to you. It's true, I do it for you. I do it for you. Tell me if I'm tripping, wishing that you belong to me. Tell me if I'm crazy for daydreaming you were mine and all mine. If I could freeze and replay the moments that you spent with me, I'd play them until infinity. Tell me I'm not tripping for wishing that you belong to me. Wish it all could freeze. Need you to feel me, need you to feel me on this. Babe, do you hear me? Babe, won't you let me hear it? Need you to feel me, need you to hear me, my dear. Tell me you hear me, tell me you hear me. Tell me if I'm tripping for wishing that you belong to me. That you belong to me. Tell me if I'm crazy
All right, that record was Freeze, produced by Sharab Virtuoso, and you can find it on the EP that is out on all major streaming platforms, Sweet and Sour. I'm not sure if it got stuck, but I don't know if we got half of the record or the full one. But if you were feeling the vibration that you caught, once again, it is streaming everywhere. It's Freeze on Sweet and Sour EP out, the green cover. When you go pull it up on Apple iTunes, title all of the places, Spotify. So that was a vibe break. Hopefully you were able to get up and move your body for just a second. And we're going to get into question number 2. All right. So if you haven't just joined the room, this is Mattie Mondays, where we do music in different ways. And tonight we are talking motivation, and we are sprinkling in some MattieBMusic. The record that just played was Freeze, from a project that is a bit of a throwback, Sweet and Sour. And we have 2 more records that I'm going to drop and play that many of you may not have heard before, from an EP from over a decade ago. So I'll share those vibrations after this next question and to take us out for the evening. But if you have just now joined us, once again, the intention of this episode tonight is to make sure that I'm checking in on the community and just being true to the reality of the moment, which is a lot of uncertainty for the majority of us. And this is a space where we have fun, we play, we share music, but we also make sure that we are doing community and checking in and having these important conversations. So tonight, I'm just posing 3 questions to just spark thought and to make sure that we are at least thinking of how to get through these moments, what it looks like, what we usually do, and maybe some things that we want to tweak. So, question number 2: what motivates you to continue to show up to do life every day? When you don't feel like it, when it's challenging, when you're in a moment of loss or perceived lack, what motivates you to continue to show up to do life every day? I'm going to give you a moment to catch up. Once again, if you're in a position where you can respond, can talk back to us, take a moment to drop your answer in the comment section, and I will get it up on the screen. And here in just a few seconds, I will share my answer to the question. So, what motivates you to continue to show up to do life every day? Chevy for 100. Bills. Yes, absolutely. That is a real answer. Bills for sure. Responsibilities, right? Knowing that things have to be taken care of. I heard that for sure. For me, definitely bills, but more and responsibilities, but more specifically, people, right? And I know it's the same for you. For me, first and foremost, my family and friends, who have all played a part in where I am today. So if I'm slacking, I know that's taken away in some aspect from what my family and friends have invested in me: time, encouragement, love, all of the things. So um, that is important to me to consider, um, how I am using my time and if I'm disrespecting it. Number 2 for me, my teammates that are depending on me to do my part, especially if I am a cog in the wheel to complete a task. um, I never want to be the one that drops the ball. And I know we are all human and it happens, but even if I make a mistake, I don't want to drop the ball and not show up. So that's very important for me. And then third, my personal oath to life, but it's to maximize this lifetime, to do my best in all of the spots that I can, and just to stay optimistic, i.e., stay light, while I'm here, as light as possible while I'm here. So that's why I continue to show up. So once again, what motivates you to continue to show up to do life every single day? Uh, you silly twin, absolutely. They caught me off guard, but bills for real. I feel it. Twin shares, grinding entertainment studio. The love for my family and friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. And whether that's showing up specifically financially, through words of encouragement, being present, all of the things I try my best to do, and maybe fail in spots, but I try to at least have a good batting average of how I show up when I can. All right. So if you have a thought, something you want to share too, question number 2, make sure you get in the comments. And I am going to get into the second song of the evening. Hopefully it plays through cleanly and straight through. This next record is called don't you do this to me. Oh, got it. It's called Black Hole. It's produced by Josh Mills, Ultraflight Productions. Again, over a decade ago. Shout out to Josh. We definitely had a moment in time in this lifetime together. I appreciate you. Yeah, some good times, some great opportunities, some lessons learned, and some dope music. This is definitely in a R&B, true to R&B phase of Mattie B, but throwback, so a little rough around the edges. But again, it was a part of a mixtape that I put together with some teammates and producers and collaborators. And Black Hole was a record that came out of it. Before we get into it, we got Angel in the building. How are you? Angel shares what God has invested in me. So what God has invested in Angel is what motivates her to continue to show up to do life every day. That's beautiful. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Chevy shares and adds, most definitely family, friends, teammates, and the love of doing what you love to do, for sure. For sure. All right, so let's get into this vibration. If you have just entered the building, tonight we are doing motivation, sprinkled with some Mattie B music. And I'm just posing some questions to bring us present and just to consider how we get through moments of challenge and trials, and to just have that at the front of our mind to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success and just being intentional about how we get through certain moments in life. And as a collective, definitely a challenging moment in time in world history. So here we are. We're going to take another vibe break. This record is called Black Hole. Once again, if you are in a position to get up and move your body, do so. And I will be back after the record plays. Let's get it. Black Hole. Throwback, Mattie B.
Let's take flight. My love is magnetic, baby, and you can't escape it, baby. Gravity is on my side. I feel this attraction on the rise. This is a perfect black body alive. I caught your star and I won't give it up. Said you didn't see it coming, but I got you feeling like you need it. 'Cause I love you. The point of no return. Say she claim I'm all yours, and can't nobody else enter. You found your way to my center, and you haven't even touched my body. That should let you know, boy, you got it. And you say you didn't see it coming, but now you're telling me you want it. Yeah, I love you. My love with the black hole.
All right, we are back, and that was a throwback, Mattie B. Black Hole. Shout out to Josh Mills, Ultraflight Productions, for that moment in time of just creating, just feeling, not overthinking, and that is absolutely true to Mattie B, the R&B side. And if you cannot tell, definitely heavy Brandy influence. But if you have just now joined us, tonight's episode is Motivation and MattieBMusic. I have posed 2 questions so far, but we'll be posing 3 questions for our community to just spark thought of how we are navigating this moment in time, just acknowledging the reality of stress and strain for the majority, but just talking through how we show up, why we show up, and keeping that in front of mind so that we can be intentional in the moment and stay healthy and present and use community. And a lot of your answers, I know that community was a part of it, and that is most important. Shout out to LS in the building. Thank you for taking the moment to stop through to check out Mattie Mondays and to see what we are up to on this side of the internet. Once again, this platform was created to stay connected, to have fun, to play, to laugh, to exchange love and conversation and information and wisdom, and to share the vibes of music. If you have just now joined us, we started with questions, once again aimed at just bringing thought to how we cope in moments of trials and tribulations. The first question that I posed tonight was, when life feels overwhelming, what helps you come back to the present moment instead of spiraling into what ifs or what's next? And again, per your comfort, you can drop those responses in the comment section, or you can take them with you and just kind of think on them and take a moment to be clear of how you do respond and ways that you might want to adjust, and just be intentional. The second question that I pose is, what motivates you to continue to show up, to do life every day? And then the third question of the night is, what does being present look like for you right now? Not in an ideal world, but in the middle of real life. So what does being present look like for you right now? Take a moment to drop those replies in the comments section. And here in just a few seconds, I will get my response up on the screen. And once again, the final record that I'll play tonight is called Motivation of Love. It is another throwback over a decade ago. It was also on the project, the mixtape release, Love Stories, just because back in the day. But again, an opportunity that I took to let people know that I was there as a songwriter. We opted to release some music. Motivation for Love is one of my all-time favorites. If you have not heard the record, you're in for a treat. Unreleased once again, but on YouTube. You can go find it there. And some of the Just Because releases that we put out back in the day on that mixtape or project. One of my favorites, also produced by Josh Mills, Ultraflight Productions. So shout out to you once again. But the final question for the evening is, what does being present look like for you right now? Not in an ideal world, but in the middle of real life. For me, oh, wait. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ellis, for being in the room. We are happy to have you. Make sure Mattie Mondays members, y'all show some love. All right. So my answer to question number 3, what keeps me present, um, and what it looks like, what it looks like to me. And it's really staying as connected as possible to my friends and family. And for me, I'm going to send that text or make that call. And if where I can, or both, schedule time to meet up and to catch up and spend time. And I'm definitely in a phase of needing to schedule time. But it's at least going to be a text or a call, just to tap on the shoulder to make sure that we are interacting, and just being reminded that I am there, we are there. Find your lane, Chevy, with the love. All right. So once again, what does being present look like for you right now? Not necessarily in an ideal world, but in the middle of real life. All right. So I'm gonna leave some room for that question to breathe, and then before we depart, I'm gonna follow up with one of my favorites that I like to share and reiterate on our platform, the 4 agreements. So once again, I'll leave a few more moments for your thoughts, and just give you an opportunity to share if you choose to do so. What does being present look like for you right now? Not in an ideal world, but in the middle of real life. All right. So while you guys take that with you, I'm going to jump into our 4 agreements. If you are not familiar, these are some some things to take with you to consider, on how you walk and show up in the world. Um, all right, let me slide this thing back. Thank you, Chevy, for that. So Chevy shares showing up, supporting others, and being available, and have time for others. That is how he is present. Definitely showing up and being available is definitely a huge love language. Thank you for sharing that, Chevy. And even in moments where it lacks, definitely just consider the overall for people who might get missing, or you might feel a lack of their presence. Reach out to them, check on them, tap on them, and make sure that they are okay as well on the other side of that phone. All right, so to quickly dive into our 4 agreements. Oh, this thing is so small, Lord. Let me turn this to the side. All right. First and foremost, be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. And use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. All right, number 2. Don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality. When you are immune to the opinions of other, to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. With just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. Number 4, always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you're healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best and you will avoid judgment, self abuse, and regret. So there is, be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. My favorites, my favorite thing to tap on, to fall back into, to be reminded, the 4 agreements. All right. So once again, tonight has been intended to tap back in with community, to post some questions that offer space and room for reflection, and to sprinkle in some Mattie B music. So we are going to get into our last vibration. The number one rule here is to move your body, to get up and dance while the records play. So if you are in a position to do so, honor the number one rule and get up and move your body. This record, one of my favorites, is called Motivation for Love. Yeah, man, I hope you like it. I hope that you have an amazing week. Do your best to show up as your best self. And when you make a mistake, give yourself some grace, reset, and get back to it. I think the most important thing is to lock in with your community. Make some plans. Consider all of the possible outcomes and plan for them all. But lock in with your community and lean on them where you need to. Don't do it by yourself. You don't have to. It's not easy to speak up, but it is necessary. So lean in, lock in, give yourself some grace. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is Mattie Mondays, or we do music in different ways, and we are going to exit on the vibration, motivation for love. Leave your comments in the comment section as the record plays as we depart. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a good week, and I will see you in another 7 days. Let's get it.
You're my motivation for love. Everything I do is for us. You're my motivation for love, for love, for love, my motivation. You're my motivation for love. Everything I do is for us. You're my motivation for love, for love, for love, my motivation. Everything I do is for us. Yeah. Nothing compares, one in a million. Yeah, baby. From the time that I wake to the end of the day, you are mine. Every breath that I take is a vow we will make it. See it in my eyes. Stay right by my side, will never fail. No, no, never. I-L-O-V-E till time stands still. We belong together, yeah. We made a bond, unmatched by anyone. My motivation for love, you are. You are. You're my motivation for love. Everything I do is for us. You're my motivation for love, for love, for love, my motivation. You're my motivation for love. Everything I do is for us. You're my motivation for love, for love, for love, my motivation. You're my inspiration in life. You are. And when it gets rough, you're by my side. You are my rock. Every up, every down, my feet leave the ground. You're shaping my soul. When the world gets so cold, you're always there to hold me. That can never be denied.